Welkom bij de Visio.
Welcome to this video series on guiding blind athletes. In this video, we'll show you how to work with buddies and guidance paths. To help blind athletes take part in sports activities safely, a buddy's often necessary. Guidance paths help the athlete to orientate and practice sports independently. The initial situation's like this. Noah is 15 years old. She was diagnosed with a brain tumor 3 years ago. As a result of this, she's now completely blind. We'll now give some tips on what buddies should do, and also show you how to use or make guidance paths. Guidance paths may be corduroy paving surfaces, the handrail on the stairs, and the wall to the changing room. These are all existing guidance paths. As a buddy, ask the athlete if they have any residual vision they can use. Tell them where the main spaces are, such as the changing room, the toilets, the canteen, and the activity area. Try to find a convenient place in the changing room. A place just around the corner allows the athlete to find their clothes easily. Discuss what they can do for themselves and what they need help for. There are some things you need to pay attention to as a buddy. Always stand facing the blind athlete and say your name, even if you know each other. Particularly during gymnastic classes, exercising barefoot's a good idea. The floor, gym mats, boxes and benches give the athlete lots of information to get their bearings. Show them any adjustments that have been made. Our activity area has lines with texture, soft walls and trapdoor rings to which we can attach elastic cords so that the blind athlete can move around easily. Our floor already has guidance paths. You can make them yourself by using tape on top of a piece of string, or a cherry-picked pillow taped to the wall. We also use cables at 1 or 5 meters from the wall, so that students know where they are. Rather than gym mats, we use puzzle mats. These are thin, so that the ball rolls over them easily, and you don't trip. Blind athletes too can do the shuttle run. We use elastic cords with knots so that they can get their bearings. And we use the puzzle mats so that they know exactly where they are. If you go to an outdoor sports field, various forms of guidance are possible. Ask the blind athlete on which side they want to be guided. You as a buddy can also state your preference. Often the fork grip is used. This means the blind athlete holds the buddy above their elbow. This way both have freedom of movement, and the blind athlete can follow the buddy and not bump into things. If athlete and buddy are the same height, often the shoulder grip is used, in which the blind athlete holds the buddy's shoulder. When passing a door or narrow passage, the buddy will move his arm backwards so that the blind athlete feels she has to walk behind the buddy. This way they can be sure not to bump into anything. When running or jogging, a folded ribbon or cord is often used. The buddy and the blind athlete will jog next to each other. The buddy needs to clearly indicate any change in the terrain. This applies to steps on the pavement, or a change from grass to gravel or paving stones. If you want the blind athlete to change direction, you have various alternatives. With the clock, you assume the athlete is looking at 12 o'clock. If they need to turn a bit to the right, you say 1 o'clock. You can also use degrees, as in 90 degrees to the right or to the left. You can also use the intonation of your voice. Say left to turn left slowly. Say right for an abrupt right turn. Decide together which commands work for you. While sprinting, the buddy can coach by using different signals, such as clapping, calling out, or whistling. When you enter the public space, make sure you're recognizable. A yellow vest with 3 dots identifies someone as a visually impaired athlete. Summing up our tips for organisation and guidance. Use existing guidance paths and landmarks, or make them yourself. Ask the athlete about their past, fears and experiences. Use short and clear commands you've agreed on beforehand. The blind athlete, not the buddy, determines the pace. Give the athlete relevant information about the surroundings and surface. The buddy makes sure the athlete can practice sports safely and independently. Assess frequently whether improvements can be made. That's all for now. In the next video, we'll discuss adjustments to games. Thank you for watching.